Hi everybody, David Nour. I want to welcome you to another Periscope session. I'm delighted you're here. I actually love doing these. They're fun. Jim Carr, welcome. Glad you're here, my friend. So thanks for making the time. Thanks for putting these on your calendar. Glad you're here. I look like a bum. Somebody asked me the other day, did you forget shaving? I almost said, did you forget to take your nice pill? And then I said, I'm going for the Middle Eastern look. Is it working? But this is the bum look when you're in town and your head's down working on the next book. So I'm excited. We've written all initial eight chapters. Now I've got some research and interviews going on. A lot of good, exciting things coming up. By the way, it's called Co-Create. And the publication date for it is January of next year. So stay tuned. This fall, we're going to talk a lot more about it. And it should be a lot more fun. So some of these ideas I'm writing about in the book. I'm really excited to share with you. And today's session is really talking a lot about a new path to your brand awareness. I'm a huge believer that we all have a brand, personal brand, a company brand, and in many ways, as individuals, our names are our biggest brands, right? So companies, a lot of my clients, I don't know if they know, it's the Nour Group Inc. Now, my name is on the door, but I don't think they care. They know me. They hopefully like working with me and trust me, and not about how many copiers I own. So really important to think about this idea of brand equity, right? It's been around for a while. We know it, but the difference between the brand promise you make and the brand value that you deliver, that's really your brand equity. And I think that's changing. So I came up with 5 ideas I want you to think about in really this path to brand awareness, right? You ready? Here's number 1. Stories spread value. Let me say it again. Stories spread value. You're out there doing amazing work. Inside your organization, outside of it, if they're well-kept secrets, they're not helping you. Right? So I wrote stories, whether it's content, it's experiences, it's conversations, spread, whether it's owned or earned or shared or paid. We're all learning from Trump, right? He didn't pay much for the primaries. Let's see what general election will be like in terms of getting his story out, value. And that value transcends across any geography or any individual or department or function. So what are you doing to not only create great stories, but spread those around? Again, a mentor has told me, you're one of the best kept secrets in this country. Well, I don't want to be best kept secret. So I'm constantly trying to make sure that we get our story out. And I do that through writing and events like this. So what are you doing to make sure you're not only creating a great story, but you're really getting that out to a broad audience? So number 1, stories spread value. Number 2, you're no longer in charge of your brand perception, right? Think about it. The outcomes you create for your target audience and what they choose to share really makes up our minds about a particular brand. So again, I'm wearing one of my Ducati shirts, and I'm buying luggage, soft bags for one of my bikes, right? This summer, I'm going to ride the entire Route 66. I'm really excited about that trip. And the hard, they're called panniers, that I bought with my bike are kind of kludgy, and they don't have a lot of space, and they don't go into tight spaces really well, and you fall over, and they're kind of plastic, and they're going to break, right? So I'm buying these soft bags, as you can imagine, and think about the last time you bought anything, right? There's a lot of options, and we always have an option. So I go to the website and multiple websites, and it's all this grandiose claims and on and on and on. And they all look great in the photoshopped images and in the studios. I'm looking for who's got them and who's using them on my kind of bike and what experiences they've had and how do they wear and tear, and right? So I'm reading blogs and I'm reading other people describe them, and I've narrowed 5 or 8 different options down to 1. But it wasn't because of what was said on their website. It's what was said in social media and by other users who've had great experiences with this particular product. And I'm trying to tell you, most people do that with all of us, right? I could tell you I'm a really good speaker on my website, but most of my clients go read the LinkedIn recommendations from other clients that we hired David and this is what he was able to do. So what are you doing to not only create outcomes, great outcomes for your target audience, but giving them opportunities to share that with others, right? And that experience they have with you matters more than ever before. So we're talking about new path to brand awareness. Number one, stories spread value. So build great stories, share those across a broad audience. You're no longer in charge of your brand perception. It's the value you create for your target audience and what they choose to share. Number three, push marketing is dying. Think about it a second. We're inundated with ads. Ads are all around us. You know, I was on a flight recently, and I saw somebody go through a magazine, looked brand new, right? It had their address label on it, so it was theirs. It wasn't just one they picked up. And they were ripping out all the ads. And I said, I was just really curious. I said, "What? Just out of curiosity, what are you doing?" He said, "The ads are wasting my time. I bought this magazine for the articles." Right? And by the way, he took a fairly thick magazine, and by the time he ripped out all the ads, it was a lot thinner and it was lighter to travel with, right? So if you DVR a show, you get the point of most of us are fast forwarding to the ads. In essence, we've become, I wrote in many ways, we've become desensitized to them. They're just all around us. Nicole, welcome. Glad you're here. And by the way, captive audience, I don't know if you tried watching a video lately. If first starts with an ad, I think, you know, holding people hostage to force them to watch your ad isn't the answer either. So I think push marketing in many ways, push is kind of dying. So then what's the answer? 4, you got to create, as a mentor says, Alan Weiss, market gravity, or I'm writing a lot about you got to create pull. You got to become an object of interest. You got to create a unique value sorry, I'm gonna block a couple of users that are inappropriate. So thank you for coming. So you have to create this gravity. You have to create this pull that, and again, not everybody, but a very targeted audience wants to know more about. We've recently created a relationship quiz that's on our website, and we've had several hundred people take it already. And it's giving them some initial coaching about their thinking and their skills and their knowledge and their relationship building behaviors, right? So that kind of, when you create value like that, it creates gravity, it creates pull, and more people want to know about what you're doing, how you're doing it. So you've got to create that gravity. I also wrote, you don't need to appeal or target everybody. You can't be everything to everybody. Last time I checked, Walmart doesn't sell very high-end premium brands, and you know the high-end mall around the corner from me doesn't have a dollar store in it, right? So start to get smarter about your target audience. Go after fewer, focus on fewer relationships. I call it the Jerry Maguire business model, right? But create more meaningful, deeper, more impactful relationships. Last, number 5, co-create is one approach to your evolution. I heard when I was describing the book to a friend, he said, let me get this straight. What you're telling me is I can't be successful in my future by myself. And that's exactly right. The market has become so dynamic. The market has become so demanding. The market has become, there's so many different options and choices that what you've always done really isn't going to be what gets you to the next evolution of your personal, your team, and your organization's success. So one path that I'm talking a lot about again in this next book is how do you co-create your evolution? How do you co-create new products, new services that you're not the smartest person in the room and you don't have all the answers. So how do you create a unique offering with someone else that, by the way, raises the bar on what you're doing and how you're doing it. In essence, your brand. So for those of you who may have joined late, I was talking about the new path to brand awareness. That's what this session is about. I gave 5 ideas. Number 1, stories spread value. 2, you're no longer in charge of your brand perception. It's really the value you create for a target audience and what they choose to share. 3, push marketing. Push. Marketing, advertising, PR is dying. We're just inundated with it, and we're kind of giving all of it the Heisman, right? 4, you must create market gravity or market pull, become an object of interest, and those who matter will seek you out. And then last, co-create, the title of my next book, is one idea, one approach to really create your future, to really create the evolution of your future. My name is David Nour. If you're new to Periscope, you can swipe to share this with your social network, and you can tap on your smartphone screen, your mobile app screen, to give it hearts of key ideas that I've shared that might be of useful to you. Thanks for coming. Glad you were here. I hope you'll continue to come back. On most Tuesdays at 1 o'clock Eastern, I capture 15-20 minutes of hopefully practical, pragmatic ideas that you can put to work. My name is David Nour. Our website is nourgroup.com. I hope you come to the blog and learn more about relationship economics. Thanks, everybody. Take care. All the best. Bye-bye.